More cuts over at Warner Brothers Discovery as another superhero spinoff. The Batman Cape Crusader has now been axed, as well as 5 other animated projects. I'll be breaking all that down for you. So let's take a look. Warner Brothers Discovery has scrapped its plans for Batman Cape Crusader to be released on HBO Max. And this is going to be headed up by Bruce Timm, who famously did Batman the Animated Series. If you're a fan of that, that was the one that came out in the 90s that is widely acclaimed as one of the best Batman series ever created. It had Kevin Conroy as the main voice actor. If you're probably familiar with his voice, he's the one that we all think of when we think of Batman now, when it's non-movie productions. But was given straight to series order back in May 2021. This was before the merger between Warner Brothers and Discovery. So it looks like Warner Brothers Discovery is looking to trim the fat here. There's been several major cuts to the company. The Batgirl movie is for one, which was about $100 million. They finished the whole movie pretty much, and they just canned it because it got really bad reviews. Another one that's potentially on the chopping block. It's the Flash movie from the DC Extended Universe. That's with Ezra Miller. Now, that has more to do with Ezra Miller himself and his whole litany of crimes that he's been accused of and will probably be charged with. They're pretty outrageous, but I won't go into detail about all of them. But they have him on the apology tour now, so it looks like they may be going through with the movie, but just using him in a limited capacity for advertising the movie, which is pretty interesting. For up to me, I probably would have just canned the whole thing or had Grant Gustin be the new Flash somehow at the end, but I don't know. They may still be doing that at the very end of the movie, but they're going to go along with it, and they probably feel they're too far invested into it. So let's just take a look at some of the headlines, though, here. Warner Brothers Discovery has scrapped yet another superhero project, development for HBO Max. It's from Deadline Reporting. So let's see here. There's a picture of what the art was. Looks pretty good. I mean, I was a big fan of Batman the Animated Series, so that's what I grew up on. So, I was kind of interested to see if this was going to be made. Kind of seems like it was going to be like a reinvention of that, just with more modern CGI and animation. They were going to use the whole Rogues Gallery. I think Mark Hamill was coming back as the voice of the Joker. I'm not 100% on that, but it was pretty interesting. But the reason why they're doing this, obviously, Warner Brothers Discovery has $3 billion, that's with a B, in debt right now. So they're looking to trim that fat. So they know they inherited a huge bag of you-know-what, of ish, and they're just trying to trim the fat, so to speak, so that they can get the company back to profit margins for their shareholders. So all these projects that they greenlit last year are now being canned to just cut costs. A couple other ones here. There was a Scoob sequel that was cost $40 million to produce. I didn't even know that was out. I guess that was canceled as well. And then some of the animated. Let me see if I can find some of the animated ones. Let's see. Oh, there's the $3 billion in debt that I mentioned, according to Deadline. So just moving forward here. Let's see. And I mentioned this just in an earlier video that I just made earlier today, that HBO has since laid off 70 of its employees. So that's part of the cutting the cost as well, which is a variable cost. If you're not familiar with what that is, go check out my other video. I explain variable costs and fixed costs and how that usually cutting labor is one of the easiest things to do for a company. It's the quickest thing to do to save money. And a lot of companies are doing that lately. So obviously, they have HBO's House of the Dragon. Haven't checked that out yet, but that'll be a big driver for them for subscriptions and whatnot and advertising. They've already been doing a pretty big push on it on other TV platforms. So that will be probably a good revenue driver for them. So that'll be part of the way they can recoup some of this. So I just wanted to go over this quickly, just letting you know the news about this, the HBO Max and Batman franchise being canceled. It does say that they might get picked up. They might shop it out to other different companies. So there's still a chance it might be made, just not with HBO Max. So we'll see what happens with that. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Comment down below if you'd like to see this be made eventually. And if you have what's your favorite Batman memory? It doesn't have to be from the animated series. It could be from different franchises as well. Just comment down below. And thank you for watching, and have a great day.